So, I just wanted to take some time to address something that's sort of popped up on my social. I recently posted a infographic that talks about the warning signs of suicide. And, this involves, for example, family members or friends that have committed suicide, long-term depression, self-harm, social isolation, bullying, drug use, all of those sort of things. The reason I'm bringing this up again is because I found that, I had at least 4 people contact me saying that being a man and the sort of stigma and negativity that is directed towards men has caused them to feel further ostracized, in the sense that there's this political correctness sort of feeling going around that can cause and has caused some men to feel bad about being men. As in, some men do terrible things, that's a fact. And this has caused a lot of feminists and a lot of people to recently come out and sort of berate all men for doing male things. This isn't at all helpful. If you start criticizing and attacking all members of a certain group for the actions of some, there's a lot of problems. 1, you're attacking people that aren't at fault. 2, you're going to cause people to rally against you because they feel attacked. And 3, and this is what I want to address, you're causing people to feel depressed and ostracized and victimized. So these men that have contacted me, they feel alone and isolated. And more so, if you're already feeling suicidal or depressed or not so great, oftentimes you don't have as many in-person contacts or people to come to, in sort of quote real life. So you go online. The problem is online, there's a massive culture of political correctness and this absolute push against, in some circles this is, men and male and manly behaviors. This isn't ideal because if you're already isolated and then go online looking for help and then you get this pushback that being a man and doing manly things is bad and evil and wrong and you should, just change yourself, you're now left feeling, I don't feel like there's anywhere I can go. Obviously, this whole process and how I feel about it is far more nuanced than I'm going to get into in this video. I'm going to shoot a long-form podcast on this to sort of really explain my views. But I just want to sort of get the conversation rolling because, since posting that, I posted basically a little rant and a picture saying, it's okay to be a man, with a rant explaining what I'm talking about here. And I've gotten, once again, a lot more comments about it. And some people just now saying, I'm surprised that you're the first channel that's even talking about this. I've not found anyone that's even coming out there and saying that it's okay to be male. And my response is that I'm sure the vast majority of people, the vast majority, males, females and other, will say it's okay to be manly. But they're just not talking about it because it's not an issue that deeply concerns them. The reason I'm talking about it is because it's come up. I felt this way before, I wasn't addressing it. What I would suspect is that most people think it's okay to be and do masculine and male things. Obviously, this doesn't mean, doing things that will harm or cause distress or, take away consent. I mean, that should go without saying. But it's okay to like typically masculine things. It's okay to do typical masculine things. So for me personally, every night I train martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and now I'm getting back into Muay Thai. This basically means I'm fighting every night. Why? Because it's a primal expression. Because if I don't do that, I feel pent up anger and rage and I need an outlet. Now, if I don't get a chance to do this, I'm not going around bashing or raping or doing this sort of stuff. I just don't feel as calm and as in control of my life. It helps me. It's mental clarity. I look around the gym and the majority of the members are male. There are females, of course, but the majority are male. And I can see why. It's a very masculine activity. I tell this to my wife. She looks at me like I'm crazy. Now, her forms of expression are dancing, are socializing, other things that, whilst I could do and do enjoy somewhat, they're not the same release. They're more feminine. Not to say that there won't be men doing those things. It's just that if you look at the classes, you'll find more females doing those dance classes. You're sort of seeing what I'm going for here. Regardless of what you're into, whether it's more masculine, more feminine, it's a typical gender role, it's going against the grain, whatever. Focus on what you enjoy, what you like, and try and step back from this polarity that you see online. I'm sure I'm going to get some negative feedback for this, but you know what? I don't really care, because I know myself. I know that there are things that I do that are typical masculine, and I know that there are things that I do that are typical feminine. I know that there's things that I do that are both. The most important thing is that in my actions, I'm being myself, and I'm not hurting or harming or putting other people out. That's where the line should be. So for all of those listening, it's okay to be you. Just as long as you're not harming other people. That's it. That's where the conversation should end. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Comment below. Let me know, because I'm more than happy to have this conversation, and I'm going to follow this up in an in-depth podcast at a later stage. But I just wanted to sort of share this with you and get it out. Let me know what you think. Thank you.